funeral is about to begin, sir.
I think we just picked up Dracula. It's got a death curse.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Welcome back to another episode of Never Not Horror Quick Cuts. Quick Cuts is our off-week episodes where instead of doing a movie review deep dive, we do a more casual discussion. And today it is another entry in the series of episodes we started, Horror by the Decades, where we rank our top 13 favorite horror movies from each decade. We started in the 20-teens. We've worked our way back all the way to the 1960s, so that's what our main feature is today. I am Steve Clark.
I am Rich Hansel.
So, the 1960s. I knew there were, I have some all-timers in this decade,
Yeah.
but I was not prepared to find out that I couldn't fill out a top 13 when it was time to start doing this, because I hadn't seen 13 horror movies from the 1960s, So I have been crash coursing horror movies from the 60s for the last week and a half, and I did it. I filled out my list, but my honorable mentions are going to be just a list of movies I want to watch.
Yeah.
Stuff that I had on the list of maybes that I didn't get to, so it'll be a good conversation. I have a lot to say about 60s horror just in all my watchings here recently, so that will be good. We'll get into that. But before we do, we like to start every episode of Quick Cuts with just a little recap of what we've been into, horror related, reading, watching, whatever we've been doing. So, Rich, you want to go ahead and kick us off?
The one thing that I really, really want to mention is I'm listening to an audio book, and it's the first time I've listened to this particular author. Right now, I have not finished it. I have like 40 minutes left. I think it was maybe a 10-hour listen.
Not bad.
10 or 12. Yeah, it's not very long. But so I'm at the very end, and I am blown away by it. But it is called When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. Very, very good book right now. I am in deep. I would say it's a cross between Stephen King and Dean Koontz. If you like either one of those authors,
that's high praise.
You would love this book. I mean, it is so good. It's just mind-boggling how somebody can come up with this stuff that this guy has come up with. It's just so it's way out there. It's way out there, but he does it in a way that you feel like it could happen.
Nice.
Even though there is no way it can happen.
I've heard of Nat Cassidy several times, and I was telling Rich earlier, I've mentioned on this show that I'm doing a reread of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series, following along with a podcast that's doing it, and Nat Cassidy is one of the guest hosts that's doing that, but I've not read any of his stuff, but I've heard from multiple reviews and stuff that he's really good.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure how early or late this is in his career, if it's a newer
I don't
release.
think he's very old. I think he's maybe around our age.
Okay.
So I don't think he's been publishing for that long.
Okay. It's really good. I would highly, highly recommend it. So Nat Cassidy, When the Wolf Comes Home. I've finished up Spooky Season on the YouTube channel. I did my top 13. I usually do a top 10, but I decided with our Never Not Horror podcast, I'll do a 13 top horror figures that I unboxed during Spooky Season.
I gotta watch it.
So get on there and check that out. I open a lot of NECA, so it is NECA heavy.
Yeah.
That is a company, if you're not familiar with NECA, it is a manufacturer of action figures.
Being that we record this podcast in Rich's studio that he records his YouTube videos in, all the figures are sitting here, and I've seen a lot of these NECA figures. It's like, holy shit, these things look good. They are.
They do a fantastic
job. They are not phoning this in at all.
Yeah. So done that. Had a great Halloween. Had our fire out front. A lot of, well, actually not a lot of trick-or-treaters. I think we might have only had about 35 kids maybe. But our local football team made the playoffs, so
Nice.
they had a game that same night, Friday night, and it was
That
a
hurts.
home game.
Yeah.
So that took away a lot of. There was a big trunk or treat at the high school,
Mm-hmm.
so all the kids went to that. So, but we still had a good time. Family came over. We ate a lot of food and drank a lot of beer. So, other than that,
yeah.
not much.
Okay.
What about you, Steve?
I got a few things. So one I wanted to ask you about. I watched when we were prepping for the last Quick Cuts, or ranking of the 70s. I was looking at the list of movies, and I saw one that I had heard of but had never seen. And then just coincidentally, another horror movie podcast I listened to, one of the guys on there mentioned it, so I watched it. Have you ever seen the movie The Sentinel?
Oh, love the Sentinel.
Man,
That is
it's a
deep.
weird. That's a
That is.
creepy movie.
Yeah, she goes to the apartment.
Yeah,
or the hotel or
Yeah,
apartment complex.
Yeah, and
it's
the
like gates
the
to hell.
old preacher blind guys up in the
Yeah.
top floor, and I mean, it's bizarre how many famous people are in it.
Oh, I know. It's loaded
Jeff
down.
Goldblum, Christopher Walken, Beverly D'Angelo,
Oh, yeah.
rubbing one out.
Oh my gosh.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
But I liked it though.
I
I
did
mean,
too.
it was really weird. And then when you get to the end, it's just like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
know.
Like,
What
it's a
did
wild
I
movie.
just watch?
Yeah,
It's one of those where you lay in bed the next night or that
yeah,
night.
I'm
and
still
you're
thinking about it.
Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
yeah, I had never seen The Sentinel.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
It's
I
definitely worth watching.
certainly would have made at least an honorable mention. Like,
Yeah.
might have cracked into the top 13 for me because I mean, it's a messed up movie.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
no
enjoyed
holds
it.
barred too.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
Creepy.
So that was the first for me, The Sentinel. And then I watched another movie that I had been very excited to watch. The new Hell House LLC Part 5 Lineage came out. It released limited in theaters in like August, and then it released on Shudder on October 30th. October 30th, that night, I turned it on. I knew going in that it was the guy that makes all those movies. His name's Steve Cognetti. He had said that this was his last one. So you're going in like his last Hell House. Here we go. It's not found footage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a regular movie.
I did watch it.
Okay. So yeah, it's not found footage. And I will say, I don't know that I've ever been more disappointed of the movie in my life. Because I love Hell House LLC.
I
We've
know,
talked about it.
I know you.
The
love
original
Hell
is a
House.
5-star. It's one of
We-
my all-time
we did a
favorite
deep
movies.
dive on
We
it.
did. I love all the sequels. My issue isn't even that it's not found footage. That's fine. There's a writing problem. Like, not a writing problem, but like it. If you are not a super fan of the series, like me,
Yeah.
that movie doesn't make any fucking sense. Like,
Yeah.
you need to know every character. Like,
I was lost. I'm not a super fan like
Yeah.
you, and I didn't watch the.
the Carmichael Manor.
I watched it, but I
Okay.
didn't. I was not into it like I was.
Yeah,
the
this one
original.
is very heavy
So I was
Carmichael
lost.
Manor. Yeah. I mean, it requires, like, in interviews, he said that this is a movie for the fans.
Mhm.
This is a movie for, like, the diehard fans.
Yeah.
Because it expects you to know everything about the series to make any sense of what's going on.
Right.
And then the biggest issue I have is it ends on a massive cliffhanger. And he publicly said this is his last one. So as soon as it was over, well, one, I rewound it and watched the end again to make sure I didn't miss something. And then I immediately got on the internet. It was like, Hell House Lineage ending explained. And I saw interviews where basically he was saying he is done making them, but he did not mean that the story was over. So,
Okay, so he's left it open for another.
or someone else, which I still don't really like that. Like,
Yeah.
you've made 5 movies, like, wrap this up with one more then if you couldn't do it in this movie. But there's no. I mean, it might as well be like a to be continued screen. Like
yeah. So somebody's going to have to write a sequel to
somebody
this
better
to wrap it up.
Because I mean, if there's not another Hell House movie, then I would tell someone don't watch the fifth one, like because it's just going to piss you off. Like watch the first 4 and call it good. Because I just sat there like after I Googled and I sat there stewing at like 1 a.m. I gotta work tomorrow, and it's like, motherfucker, like this can't be how this ends. So I hope that that someone will pick it up, or maybe he'll come to his senses and finish the story. If you can take that away, and you're me, and you know all these characters, and everything makes sense, it's not a bad movie, but you have to know everything, especially the Carmichael Manor, the 4th movie.
I was lost. I will say I was lost.
You'll have no idea.
I ended up falling asleep. I was excited when I put it on.
Yeah.
And then I just immediately.
Right.
It wasn't long after it started. I was pretty lost.
Honestly, really, you shouldn't, but at the same time, you could kind of get away by only have seen the 3rd and 4th movies. Like the 1st and 2nd don't play into it a whole hell. Like there's mention of it, so I mean you need to, of course, if you're watching this, you've seen those. But 3 and 4 in particular, if you don't know 3 and definitely 4, this movie doesn't make sense. Yeah. So that's a problem to me. But I don't know. So I'll just say there better be a 6th one. Somebody, if he's not going to do it, somebody's got to do it. So we'll see what happens there. But I was disappointed.
Maybe you ought to write a screenplay, Steve.
Maybe. Like I'll reach out and see what we can do. Because somebody's got to wrap this thing up. But so yeah, I went into the wee hours of Halloween really pissed off about the new Hell House movie. So yeah, I got that going. And what was the So today, actually, I started a new Audible book. Joe Hill, Stephen King's son, just released a new book.
I saw it.
And it's a chunker, like in physical, it's like 800 pages. It's called King Sorrow, but I started it today, and I've heard a lot of glowing reviews.
Really?
For it. Yeah. A couple people like Brian Smith, actually, the How Depraved Halloween that you read. He posted on he's been reading it, and he posted on social media that of all of Joe Hill's books, like he thinks that this is the first one that stands up with Stephen King's best stuff.
Wow. So, I really liked Heart-Shaped Box.
I do too. I love Heart-Shaped Box.
The other one, what was the other one I read about the car and the guy?
Nosferatu.
I read that. I wasn't the biggest fan of Nosferatu.
I didn't love that one.
It was okay, but I really liked Heart-Shaped Box.
Yeah, and this is the first novel that he's put out in like 10 years.
It is.
Yeah.
So he's been working with his dad, or
no?
Short stories.
He had a couple books come out that were like short stories and novellas, and then he's done a bunch of comic stuff, and then he got remarried and had twins, and so I think he just took some time off. But he said I've listened to a couple interviews with him recently because this book came out, and he's wanting to get back into like the book a year routine. So
buckle down and get back to business.
Right. So
let the wife take care of the kids.
Right. So there should be more coming. But I started it today. Very long, like I said, 800-page book. So we'll see when we get to probably Quick Cuts number 14 or 15. I'll tell you how I liked it. But it's gonna be a minute. So but yeah, I think that's it. I wanted to talk about Hell House, The Sentinel, and King Sorrow. So. Okay. Well, we will go ahead now. Like I said a little bit in the beginning, when we got into this, I had to crash course movies to fill out a 13. I did make it, but there are several movies on this list that I saw for the first time in the last week or week and a half. So, but some of those went way up my list, and then there's one in particular that was just rocketed like way up the list that I had never seen before. So,
all right.
So, yeah. So it'll be when we get, like I said, when we get to the honorable mentions, I don't have any. So it's just going to be movies that I wanted to watch that I didn't get to, like, because I've been going through lists and getting recommendations. So
yeah, I struggled with it again, just like I did with the 70s. I struggled with again, I think I even had a harder time with this one with what to leave off. What to leave out of the top 13. It was very, very hard for me.
That's wild.
And I did go with I don't even know if as I sit here, I think, well, I might like that movie better. But what I ended up going off of is which ones I watched the most.
Yep. Yeah, I mean
and when I read this list and I read my honorable mentions, I might think that movie is better, but I watch these others way more. So that should tell me that I like these better if I'm watching them way more.
Yep. I mean, these lists are like the ones we enjoy the most. So
yeah,
the ones you're going to watch more often.
Right.
So I'm with you. All right. Well, let's kick it off. I know last time I went first, so this time you can go first. So hit us with your number 13.
All right, number 13 on my Never Not Horror Quick Cuts Horror by the Decades, 1960s, is The Mask of the Red Death, 1964, Roger Corman, Edgar Allan Poe, adapted story with my favorite horror actor, Vincent Price. Yep. And just a really good book. It's a satanic guy, and he is a prince, and he kind of treats his peasants like shit during the plague. It's a very good movie, and it's not real loyal to Edgar Allan Poe's short story, but it's there.
Yeah.
But Vincent Price movie, it don't matter what it is. He could be in a commercial, Vincent Price commercial.
A Michael Jackson video voiceover.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, Mask of the Red Death, 1964, is number 13.
All right. My number 13 is coming from 1963. It is The Haunting.
Ooh,
this
nice.
is adapted from the book The Haunting of Hill House by the legend Shirley Jackson. This doctor takes some psychic people who've had brushes with the supernatural to this legendary haunted house, the Crane Manor, and they're staying there trying to get evidence. And it's very creepy, very spooky movie. Pretty well done. The reason that it's number 13 on my list and not higher is I cannot stand the character of Eleanor in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
She's awful. It's not necessarily a bad acting job, but just the way she's presented in the story just drives me nuts. I just could not stand her. So, great. Otherwise, good acting. The sets are great. Creepy moments. The whole, the shaky spiral staircase stuff is cool. Good stuff. Really classic stuff. I just put it in at 13 because Eleanor drives me nuts in that movie. I can't stand her. So, number 13 is The Haunting.
All right, number 12 for me is 1962, The Phantom of the Opera, directed by Terence Fisher.
Okay.
Hammer film. Probably my favorite Phantom of the Opera movie of all time. Herbert Lom plays the Eric the Phantom, and Heather Sears and our good friend Michael Gough is in it. He, of course, plays.
We just talked about him.
Yeah, in our deep dive of Horror of Dracula, but good movie. I love the fact in this. I think what I like the most about this is when in our silent movie and even in our book, the Phantom has the love affair with our leading lady. This takes that out of it. He's not in love with her. He just wants to help her along in her musical career. And I think that works. I think it works better. And there is a love story in it. There's still a love story in it, but it's not with the Phantom. So my number 12 is The Phantom of the Opera, 1962.
My number 12, again, comes from 1963. It is Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Sounds dumb, but it works. It
absolutely works.
Yeah, it's people getting attacked by like just local native birds. All of a sudden they start swarming and attacking people, and
Alfred Hitchcock.
yeah, I mean, it's great suspense. It works. It's one of those movies that shouldn't work. It sounds stupid, but it does.
Yeah.
It does. So there's not a lot to say about it. I mean, it's birds attacking people, but I like it. It works. So number 12 for me is The Birds.
That brings me to number 11, and this is quite possibly our first slasher movie ever. Maybe.
Okay.
And it is 1962 U.S. release, but it was released in 1960 in the UK. But in 1962 U.S. release, it is Peeping Tom. Have you seen Peeping Tom?
I haven't. It's on the list of movies.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. It's pretty much a serial killer going around and taping girls' faces as he kills them so he can make a snuff film. 1960 doing this.
Wow. Wow.
And it is out there. It's disturbing. I mean, it's really good. So if you haven't seen
I have not.
Peeping Tom, prepare yourself. Probably don't watch it with your wife.
Right.
Watch it alone first and see if she thinks she could stomach it. But Peeping Tom, directed by Michael Powell,
Okay.
is my number 11.
All right. My number 11 comes from 1960, very beginning of the decade. This movie has one of those 2 title deals depending on where it was released. So in America, it was released originally as Horror Hotel, but it is also known as City of the Dead. And that is, I watched it fairly, just maybe 2 months ago. It was on Shudder, and I turned it on. Christopher Lee, he's not the main character, but he's in it. About this girl interested in witchcraft stuff, and she goes to this village where some witchcraft things happened, and turns out witchcraft things are still happening. And it was good stuff. Very, very gritty. Some of a lot of the 60s and 70s movies have that same sort of gritty feel to them.
Yeah.
And this one's like that. I mean, it's not like it's super high budget or anything, just a kind of gritty, folky witch story. And I dug it. So yeah, number 11 for me is City of the Dead or Horror Hotel, depending on what you want to call it.
Funny you have a 2-title movie here,
Okay.
because I've got a 2-title. My number 10 was released in the UK as Spider Baby.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was released in the US as The Maddest Story Ever Told.
Yep.
It is 1967, directed by Jack Hill. Stars one of my favorite horror actors of all time, Lon Chaney Jr.
Yep.
And I think he does a superb job in this. Also stars Sid Haig, very, very young Sid Haig. And it's pretty much, Lon Chaney is a chauffeur, and he's trying to take care of his 3 siblings that all have a disease where mentally they regress
Yep.
back to younger, and he's got to take care of them, but they also do some devious shit that he's got to try to cover up, and it's out there. I would think it's probably a comedy horror.
Yeah, a little bit.
Then, now watching it, there's nothing really funny in it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things that might be funny, but it's pretty disturbing, really.
Mhm.
But, yeah, so 1967 Spider Baby is number 10.
All right. My number 10 is from 1962. This is a pretty popular one, I think. From 1962, Carnival of Souls.
Yeah.
Girl she's in a car accident in the beginning with some teenagers racing cars, and they drive off a bridge, and she's the only survivor, and then things just kind of get weird. There's some creepy, they're not zombies, but like sort of, just ghostly things going on, and it's just an eerie kind of movie. It's another one this is one that I had seen, but not until maybe a year or two ago. But and it's like a solid acted through.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of slow, but at the end, when things like you got the zombie weird creepy guys coming up out of the
Yeah.
water and stuff. It's
Yeah.
really cool. So a lot of cool imagery in that one. So my number 10 is Carnival of Souls from 1962.
All right, number 9 for me is going to be 1964, my second Terrence Fisher movie on my list so far, and it is The Gorgon. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. Very good. If you don't know what the Gorgon is, it's pretty much Medusa.
Yeah.
And she can turn people to stone, and that's exactly what happens in this movie. It's kind of a whodunit kind of a deal, but you can't go wrong with Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Terrence Fisher. Come on, I mean,
Yep.
we just did Horror of Dracula with those three, and amazing movie. So check out The Gorgon if you haven't. 1964, number 9 on my list.
All right. Number 9 on my list, I'm going to assume is probably on your list at some point. It is from 1960, and it is House of Usher. Vincent Price and an Edgar Allan Poe, Roger Corman movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that I had not seen. I had never seen any of the Edgar Allan Poe Hammer movies.
Yeah.
So those are Hammer, right? Or are they not Hammer?
I don't think they're Hammer.
Okay, Roger Corman though.
Yeah.
So there are several, and a bunch of them, like I think 4 of them star Vincent Price.
Yeah.
So this was the first one that I watched, House of Usher, and it's good. I mean, it's hard to watch anything with Vincent Price and not just love it.
I
'Cause he's
smile
so
all
good.
the way through him.
Hey,
I've
right.
got a smile on my face.
He's so good. Yeah, the guy comes to the House of Usher because he's engaged to this girl, but she's sick, and the brother. It's like a psychological thing almost. Like, or is she really sick, or is this there's like family curses and then it's got a wild ending. So yeah, I dug it a lot. So, and I'd read the story a long time. I need to reread it. I read it in high school,
Yeah.
so I need to reread it again. But so yeah, my number 9 is The House of Usher.
All right, well, going right along with you, I've got my number 8, and it is a Roger Corman, Vincent Price. It is The Pit and the Pendulum from 1961. Barbara Steele also in this, who does an absolutely outstanding job. Another Poe adaptation. A man, he's trying to investigate his sister's death in a Spanish castle, and all hell breaks loose, and you got a pit and a pendulum.
You do. All right. That was your number 8.
That was my number 8.
My number 8 is The Pit and the Pendulum from 1961.
Oh, yeah. There you
We
go.
matched up. And again, I watched both The House of Usher and Pit and the Pendulum this week. So I liked this one a little bit more than House of Usher. Similar setup. You got a guy coming to a castle, and they don't want to, and he doesn't get received right away. And then, but in this case, it's the brother of the woman who lives here, and he finds out way later that she died, so he comes to find out what's going on, and it kind of goes into this mystery and cool twist at the end. I liked it. So yeah, you had Mask of the Red Death earlier in your list. I didn't get to that one yet, so that's one of those 3. I think there's one more that he's in a Poe movie, but of the 2 I watched, I preferred Pit and the Pendulum a little bit more, and it comes in at number 8 on my list.
It's crazy, but my number 7 is another Vincent Price, Roger Corman movie. It is 1964's The Tomb of Ligeia.
That's the other one I couldn't think of.
Okay, it's Vincent Price plays a guy that has lost his wife, and he gets remarried, and the new wife has to deal with the ghost of his ex-wife. Really good, pretty creepy, but again, Vincent Price and Roger Corman, these guys just magic together.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love it. I could watch.
I knew
Vincent
there would be
Price.
a lot of
It
Vincent
is-
Price on your list.
Vincent Price is, like I said, probably my all-time favorite horror actor, maybe even favorite actor of all time. But yeah, great movie. I know a lot of people that think this is his best movie. Not mine, but it's right up there with it. So, The Tomb of Ligeia, 1964 is my number 7.
All right, that brings me to my number 7. My number 7 is another new movie to me that I watched in the last week or so. It is from 1963, a movie called Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah.
Black Sabbath is an anthology movie hosted by Boris Karloff.
And it also is in it.
And he's also in one of the segments. Cool stuff. I mean, I'm a sucker for that kind of, like, I mean, it's very Tales from the Crypt, having like a little narrator in between skits, and it's Boris Karloff. I mean, who better? And 3 skits, or 3 segments, and they're all solid. The first one is about nurse. I guess she's a nurse, but she gets a call that one of her patients died, and she has to go prep her for burial, and she steals her ring, and the ghost of the woman who died harasses her after that. And then there's a just kind of a straight up stalker thriller thing that in the second segment. It's really good. And then the third is about vampires, and it stars Boris Karloff as the Warlock, I believe it's called. But good stuff. Real creepy. I mean, from what I remember of the Tales from the Crypt movie, it feels a lot like that. Yeah. So I dug it. So yeah, my number 7 is Black Sabbath from 1963.
That brings me to my number 6, and this is probably going to surprise you, Steve, that it's this high on my list or low. Not closer to number 1.
Oh, okay.
This is what I mean. And it is 1968's George Romero's Night of the Living Dead.
As soon as you said it's going to bother me, it's like, you're going to shit on a zombie movie, aren't you?
I love this movie. It's a great movie. I do watch it every Halloween time. The ending's such a good ending. But I found 5 movies that I enjoy better, but it is a top-notch zombie movie.
Yeah.
And when we get to honorable mentions, there is a zombie movie that kind of came out before this one that I have not seen, but I want to see it. And I'm hoping you saw it because it's on a lot of people's list as their favorite zombie movie of all time. We'll touch on that. On honorable mentions.
Yeah, it's not on my list, whatever it is. So, all right. So that was your number 6.
6.
All right. Yeah, well, I'll let you know what I think about that one in a little bit. My number 6, this was a movie that I had seen before, but it had been a very long time, and I rewatched it in the last week. Really hit me a lot harder this time, but it is from 1960, Village of the Damned.
Yeah.
Really good movie.
It is good.
Very eerie beginning with everybody in this whole village just passes out for a little while. Then you got people, doctors coming in trying to figure out what's going on, and when they cross the barrier they pass out, and then it's just over, and all of a sudden everybody's okay. But then a bunch of the women are pregnant, and they give birth to these blonde-headed, white-haired kids that have special powers, and they've got like a hive mind. It's creepy shit. It's really well done. I remember it had to be the 90s, but there was a remake of this that starred Kirstie Alley, and I remember seeing that in the 90s. The way this ends up, the way the story ends, there's a scene where the kids use their hive mind powers to make a dude shoot himself in the face with a shotgun. Obviously, they don't show it on camera, but they make a dude kill himself with a shotgun. It's like it's crazy. So I remembered liking it, and then I watched it again. It's like, fuck, man, this is really good. Like, I like this a lot. So yeah, my number 6 is Village of the Damned from 1960.
All right, this is the top 5. What has cracked my top 5? Now, I did mention on the deep dive, the Horror of Dracula, that this one starred Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
It was not.
The Brides of Dracula?
No.
Okay.
It is Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, 1968. It did star Christopher Lee as Dracula, but Rupert Davis is also.
Oh,
in it.
not
It does
Peter
not
Cushing.
have Peter Cushing in
Okay.
it, but directed by Freddie Francis. But this is a villager wants to have the Castle Dracula exorcised with a priest to go
Okay.
up. Well, one of them gets cut, and the blood drips down into where Dracula was killed, and that screams, Evil Dead kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Okay.
But
I
it's
like it.
it's a really good movie, and of course you got Christopher Lee. It's not as good as Horror of Dracula, but it's damn close. Christopher Lee does a great job. But yeah, number 5 is Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, 1968.
All right. My number 5 is from 1964. Once again, Vincent Price is making a list. It is The Last Man on Earth.
Nice.
I love this movie. Based on the book I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, which came out in the 50s. People that aren't readers may hear I Am Legend and think the Will Smith movie, which that is the third adaptation of that for film. There was also the Omega Man that was based on that book, but this was I think this is the original adaptation. I think Omega Man might have been 70s. But yeah, Vincent Price is the last man on Earth, and the world's been overrun by vampires, and he hides in his house, and he's all boarded up at night. Then in the daytime, he goes out and stakes the neighborhood, and it's got a cool twist. I love
It does got a great twist.
So it's different in every. Well, I've never seen the Omega Man, but this movie, the Will Smith movie, both don't end the way the book does.
Yeah.
The book is amazing.
Okay, I've never read it.
Richard Matheson is one of my all-time favorite authors. Wrote I Am Legend, Hell House, Stir of Echoes, What Dreams May Come. He wrote a bunch of Twilight Zone episodes in the original series, so very influential author to me. So I love this movie. And Vincent Price, it's basically a one-man show most of the movie because he's in the daytime by himself most of the time. So so my number 5 is The Last Man on Earth.
All right, that brings me to number 4, and we've got another Terrence Fisher movie, and it is The Brides of Dracula. This is the sequel to The Horror of Dracula.
Okay.
It does have Peter Cushing as Van Helsing, but Christopher Lee is not in it. Dracula is not even in it.
Okay.
We have a vampire, but it's not Dracula. We have The Brides of Dracula. It's a good movie. To not have Dracula in it, you would think you may not want to see it, but trust me, you do want to see this movie. I highly, highly recommend seeing it because it is really good. It might be the second best Hammer Dracula out there.
All right.
So check out.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
1960, right at the beginning of the decade. So The Brides of Dracula is number 4.
All right. So we are up to my number 4. I talked about earlier about how I watched a bunch of movies for the first time in the last week and a half, and one of them blew up my list.
Yeah, I'm
rocketed
excited to hear this.
to all the way up to number 4.
Wow, a movie you've
A
never
movie
seen.
I'd never seen until like a week ago.
You've heard of it.
I'd heard of it, but I'd never seen it.
Okay.
And it made its way all the way up to number 4. It's already been on your list. It is from 1967, Spider Baby.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad.
I loved this movie.
Dude,
I was blown away.
Good?
Man, Lon Chaney is fantastic.
He is.
He's so good. It's cool that Sid Haig is in it. And I know Sid Haig from the Rob Zombie movies.
Yeah.
But I can totally see the influence from this movie on Rob Zombie stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just even maybe the Sid Haig thing is just a coincidence, but just the whole weirdness of the
It
whole
is.
movie feels so Rob Zombie, but
I'm
like
so
50
glad this
years
is
ahead
on
of
your
time.
list. I love
Just
it.
the way the daughter that likes to play Spider,
Yeah.
the way she acts, it feels very Baby from the like House of
Yeah,
Thousand
you're
Corpses, and just the scene. There's a scene where they're all at the dinner table when the people from out of town come, and one girl's talking about like different monsters. She's like zombies and vampires and wolfmen, and and the camera pans to Lon Chaney, and his hair's all messed up, and he's like, "There's a full moon tonight." It's just it's just so on the nose, like. And then the way the movie ends, I was blown away. Like this is great.
Yeah, this is one a lot of people don't know about this movie.
No, I mean,
it's a must watch. In my
really
opinion.
the only I'd heard of on other podcasts, and I knew Sid Haig was in it. It was very young, but this movie is just bizarre.
Yeah,
and
when he first comes down on that dumbwaiter.
Yeah, I told Rich before we started, like, I can't imagine that this movie's, because I didn't tell him either. I just told him one went way up my list, and I said, if you've never seen it, I'm picking it for our deep dive next week. But it was on your list, you've seen it, so
yeah.
So my number 4 is Spider Baby from 1967.
Nice. All right, top 3. Here we go. My number 3 is 1960 Alfred Hitchcock. Psycho.
Yep.
It's a staple in horror movies. It's a must-see. Anthony Perkins plays Norman Bates. Janet Leigh gets killed off in the first half of the movie. Stealing the money from the bank. And, it's just such a good movie. And Norman Bates and his wife. And, of course, we all know the Ed Gein story kind of
loosely inspired
it, but just so good. Alfred Hitchcock does a good job with his actors and getting them to play these roles, and even the car, all the way down to the car salesman when she trades her car in. I mean, even he does an absolutely amazing job. Everybody in this movie does a good job, and I think that's probably more Alfred Hitchcock than it is these these small time actors. Obviously, Janet Leigh and Norman Bates are great actors, but Alfred Hitchcock is just such a good director. But yeah, number 3 is Psycho, 1960.
All right. My number 3 is Psycho.
Yes.
From 1960. Agreed. I mean, it's just an all-time classic. That twist, one of those things, like once you know the second time through, it changes things a little bit, but the first time you see it, if you can actually go in blind in this day and age, and when they finally reveal that Norma is Norman, it's awesome. Really well acted.
Something I wanted to bring up on this, and you may know, and we may have even talked about it, but 1960 Psycho was the beginning of buying tickets for a certain starting time of a movie.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, pre-Psycho, you would just buy your ticket and you would show up to the theater, and it may be halfway through the movie when you walk in. And you watch it, and you may see the ending at the very beginning.
Huh.
But with this twist in it, Alfred Hitchcock says, no, we can't let people watch the end first. It's going to spoil it.
Okay.
So, and I can't believe that 1960 was right. It seems like they would have been a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, but I would assume that was always the case.
So this is the first Starting Times movie in history.
No shit.
Yeah.
I did not know that. And
he demanded it. They said no, and he said, well, then I'm not going to release it.
You can't see the movie then.
Yeah.
You got to watch the beginning.
But all the way up to 1960. I mean, we've had movies since the 20s.
I would assume
before then, you just walked into the theater. You bought your ticket, walked in, and the movie might be halfway over. And you could watch it 3 or 4 times if you wanted. You didn't have to get your ass up out of the chair.
Okay.
But you would just watch it all the way to where you started from, and it might be the end.
That's wild.
I know it. I couldn't believe it.
That's news to me. That's crazy.
So Alfred Hitchcock
if there was a movie where that was necessary, though,
right.
You can't see the end of this first.
Right.
All
right. So we are to my number 2.
Number 2.
And I've got to think this is going to be on your list. I'm not sure, though. You've had to have seen it, but it is from 1968, Roman Polanski's Rosemary's Baby.
Yep.
Such a good movie without really anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no gore, nothing, but in this movie, we have a lady that is being manipulated to carry a child, and it's and being taken care of by other people in her apartment complex. You don't know why everybody is so happy about it, but her husband takes a big turn, and it's just so creepy, so menacing. I don't know who wrote Rosemary's Baby. Do you have any idea?
The novel was written by Ira Levin.
Ira Levin
Also wrote The Stepford Wives.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But unbelievable movie, just so creepy without being creepy. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but they don't even show the baby at the end.
Not really.
You
see the eyes. That's it. Yeah.
Just such a good movie. I don't want to spoil it for people, but it is a satanic movie, but just kind of witchcrafty movie, but just a awesome acted movie. Very, very good. So Mia Farrow, of course, is your star in the movie. But yeah, number 2 is Rosemary. And I can remember watching Rosemary's Baby for the very first time. I was in high school, probably 10th grade, maybe the first time I ever saw it. And I was scared. And for me to be scared after all the movies that we went through in the 80s, and this one, it hit me hard. It really did. It was something else, something I'd never seen before. But yeah. 1968, Rosemary's Baby.
All right. My number 2 is Rosemary's Baby.
I knew it had to be on there.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's, like you said, for a movie that not much happens in, it's really unsettling. Like, it's just a master class of acting, like character work. And, I mean, you could almost, like, in a sense, almost, it's like a really dark I Love Lucy's sort of thing. Like, because her husband could be a little bit Ricky.
Yeah.
He's an actor, and I mean, basically you end up with pretty much like a deal with the devil kind of thing. And I mean, it's a dark movie, and really, really well done paranoia and intention.
It's must see.
It make you uncomfortable. Like you go through this journey with Rosemary.
Yeah.
Mia Farrow. She does, and the physical transformation, like the makeup, and I don't know if she really lost weight or not, but like the way she looks in the beginning of the movie to the way she looks in the end is dramatically different. Like, she looks like she's been through hell by the end. So just really, really well done. So yep, I'm with you on 3 and 2. So Rosemary's Baby is my number 2.
All right, that brings me to my number 1 movie of the 1960s, and I think it might be, I think we've talked about this before, and I think it's one that maybe you haven't seen, but it is going to be 1968's, another movie that has 2 titles.
Okay.
In Britain, it was The Witchfinder General.
Okay.
Released in the U.S., it was The Conqueror Worm.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why they made it The Conqueror Worm. It don't sound good to me.
No.
Witchfinder General sounds much better.
I think that's the commonly known title for it.
But it is, of course, Vincent Price movie, and he plays an actual guy, and he is a witch hunter. He's hunting for witches, and he really means well. He wants to get rid of all the witches, but in this movie, there's not witches. It's what we know today. So this guy is going around pretty much killing innocent.
Right, calling them witches.
Yeah. I mean, he thinks they are. He honestly thinks they are. He don't have bad intentions.
I got you.
But he thinks there's really witches. Everybody thought there was witches back then. Hence the
Salem witch trials,
which this is over in England, which
right,
lots of people got killed. I mean,
that shit came over from England.
Yeah, in Salem, I think only like 13 people were
Yeah.
killed. But over in England, thousands of people got killed for witchcraft. And this was Matthew Hopkins is who Vincent Price plays, and I mean, he is awesome in it. It's not it's totally different Vincent Price than what we're used to. He is so mean and so nasty. But there's also another a love story in it where a man's fiance, her dad gets killed by Vincent Price, and he is hunting Vincent Price while Vincent Price is hunting witches. So, and he is in the army, and he wants to kill Vincent Price but he wants to kill him for other reasons. But it is just such a good movie. Vincent Price is unbelievable. My favorite Vincent Price acting job. It's just so good. The very beginning of the movie, they're bringing a witch to be executed, and I mean, it gives you chill. I'm thinking about it right now. I mean, the lady that does it, she's only in it in the very beginning, but she's going to be executed as a witch. Innocent woman. I mean, the screaming that she does, she's just terrified and does such a good job. And of course, Vincent Price is watching on, proud as he can be, because he's got another witch down, and we know that there's no witches really.
Right.
But he does all the old, the old things. Throw them in the water. If they sink, they wasn't a witch. Oh well, but they're still dead. If they float, they're a witch. Now we got to kill them. But just such an amazing movie. Michael Reeves directed it, but I watch it all the time, mostly for Vincent Price, because, like I said, it's something totally different than we're used to from Vincent Price, and he had to have taken pride into this movie. I mean, it was so good. But yeah, I could go on forever on this. But number one is The Witchfinder General, 1968.
All right. Well, my number one, you know what it is. You already said it is. It is Night of the Living Dead from 1968. It is well documented on this show that Dawn of the Dead is my favorite movie of all time. Night of the Living Dead is right behind it. I mean, this is the Walk Before You Run, the first George Romero zombie. I mean, this created the modern zombie genre as we know it. The slow-moving, shambling zombies. They're coming to get you, Barbara. I mean, this is just as classic as it gets.
It is. It's one that you want to watch documentaries about.
Oh yeah,
the making of it.
Right.
I've done deep dives into this movie.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it was well known at the time for making what was an unusual decision at the time to have a black lead actor, and I mean, it's just great. I mean, it's a great movie. The ending is bleak and dark and not what you think you're going to get the first time you watch it. And I mean, I love zombies. Zombie movies are my favorite. And I mean, this is the granddaddy of them all to me. I mean, and I'm curious what the other one you were talking about is. We'll get to that. But I mean, the George Romero zombie was born here, and that is the pop culture. And to me, that's a zombie. George Romero zombies. So yeah, my number one is Night of the Living Dead.
Nice.
There we go.
Man, there's some good movies there.
There are. I mean, Night of the Living Dead, Rosemary's Baby, and Psycho. Well, those are an easy 1, 2, 3 for me. But after that, I mean, I had to fill in a lot of blanks there. So it's big. I was curious. I was thinking when you were doing your number one, Witchfinder General, you had a lot of Vincent Price on your list, and you did not have House of Usher in there.
I did not.
Right, so
I like House of Usher, I really do, but
just not as much. I get
it. It is.
It just happened to be I picked that one as the first one I watched because I know the story.
Yeah, and House of Usher is very slow in the beginning.
It is. Yeah,
it's really slow. It's kind of
you got him shrinking when people talk loud. It's like
but there's so many movies that I had to leave off of this. And it
go ahead and do your honorable mentions.
The one you had on your list that I didn't have on there was The Birds.
Yeah.
Such a great movie. Again, Alfred Hitchcock, one of the greatest directors of all time. Another one that I hadn't seen, but I did watch for this this episode of Quick Cuts that is on a lot of people's top 10 list is The Innocents.
I've not seen it. I've seen it on lists though.
Yeah, it's on a lot of people's lists. I did watch it. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I went to the old YouTube.
Yep.
And it is on YouTube, so go there, watch The Innocents. It's very creepy, but it's just, I like closure.
Yeah.
At the end of a movie.
Yeah.
I like it wrapped up, put
You
away
don't
with
get
a
it
nice
here.
bow. You don't get it. They leave it to you to decide
Yeah.
however you want to decide it. And it is, I see why they did it, and it is good. It is creepy as shit. In that big house, a lady goes to take care of some kids, and you really don't even get why the dad wants, or the uncle. There is not a dad. It's the uncle, rich uncle, and he hires her to take care of the kids. I'm not going to be around at all. Do not call me. And do not contact me. If anything happens to the kids, you take care of it. And he lives in the city. He's a bachelor, blah, blah, blah. But it is a good movie, and it is very eerie, but it's that not having that closure at the end.
Gotcha.
I have The Haunting,
Yeah.
which was on your list. Comedy of Terrors, another Vincent Price. That was kind of a comedy, horror,
Yeah.
but very good, very good. Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, Peter Cushing. That's a
Okay.
awesome one. Black Sunday.
I had Black Sabbath on my
You had
list.
Black Sabbath. Black Sunday's a good one. Very witchcrafty. The Raven.
I started The Raven real late and I fell asleep, but I saw enough to know it's not gonna make me, because
Yeah.
it's a comedy.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Okay. The Last Man on Earth is on my list, and Die Monster Die
Mm-hmm.
is on there. But the one, the zombie movie, and it is not. Let's see. Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
Eight.
So this does predate it, and it is, and I haven't seen it yet, but I started to. I need to watch it, and I watch a lot of YouTube and guys talking about movies, and this guy said it is the first zombie movie and his favorite zombie movie, and it is called The Plague of Zombies from 1966. I haven't seen
No, I've
it,
not seen it.
but I want to see it after I watch
Yeah.
this guy talk about it.
I'm gonna be a Romero snob, be like, well, it sucks, but but I'll still watch it.
Yeah, I need to see it, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then tons more 60s
Yeah.
movies that just so good. All the ones on every single one on your list I love.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, like I said, my honorable mentions are movies I haven't. It's movies that I want to see. Like, I looked at lists, so I did not get. So I bookmarked a bunch of stuff that I was gonna watch, and then I got through as much as I could. But ones that I did not, Black Sunday I didn't get to. Mask of the Red Death I haven't watched yet. A Face Without Eyes, I believe it's called, was a high ranking. Eyes Without a Face.
That
Eyes
is
Without
a
a Face.
foreign film.
Okay, yeah, that one was high on a lot of lists. I had it bookmarked to watch, but I didn't get to it. A buddy of mine told me about I think it's Christopher Lee movie, The Devil Rides Out.
The Devil Rides Out, really good movie.
That's on YouTube, or no, maybe it's not. I thought maybe it was.
It might be on Tubi.
Okay.
Tubi has a lot of those Christopher Lee movies.
But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed what I saw though. Like, and it was a lot of stuff that I have always intended to watch at some point. So
Yeah.
I love that doing this episode made me finally watch some of these movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know I'm gonna have the same problem next time whenever we do the 50s and the 40s. Like, from here on out till we get to the 20s, like, this is gonna be a problem for me where I probably don't have 13 movies,
Yeah,
so I'm
50s
gonna have to crank them out.
I think I already know what my top 3 50s are.
I don't.
But I'm like you. It's gonna be a struggle.
Yeah.
Finding, I'm gonna have to watch a lot of movies
Yeah.
from the 50s.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, as hard as it was for me to crank out 60s, I'm wondering if we should do something else for the next quick cuts to give us more
give
time,
us time to watch some
to
50s.
watch some 50s movies.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, it's gonna be rough. So we'll think about that. But so yeah, that'll wrap up our top 13 from the 1960s. Good stuff, good decade. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I would probably say, even though, man, it's a tough call, but even though the 70s, my top 2 was Dawn of the Dead and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like 1 through 13, 60s versus 70s, I might lean the 60s. I enjoyed it more.
I think I enjoy the 60s.
Like, the bottom end of my 60s ranking against the bottom end of my 70s, I probably prefer the 60s. Yeah. So, I mean, the top tier, I prefer the 70s, but overall, I'd probably give the nod to 60s. It was a solid decade.
I'm with you.
So good stuff. So yeah, next episode will be another deep dive movie review. It is my turn to pick. Need to just get it out of the way. Probably gonna be Dawn of the Dead, but let's just lock it in. We'll do
Dawn
it.
of the Dead, baby.
1978's Dawn of the Dead is gonna be the next deep dive, so we'll do that. Spoiler, it's a 5-star movie for me. 5 Howl. I've said it over and over, so no surprise. But so look forward to that. And then we may try to do something else for quick cuts next time. We'll let you know when we record for Dawn of the Dead, but because I'm gonna need some time to watch 50 movies.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, if you enjoyed the show, please like, rate, review, do what you do. Tell your friends about Never Not Horror. Help spread the word. We're getting a bunch of downloads. We're getting support. People occasionally leave their list. My buddy Todd left his 70s list I saw today. I forgot to recap it earlier, but he had some stuff that I didn't have, or neither one of us had on his list. So good stuff. But support the show. We love comments. So if you have opinions about episodes, or you want to throw in your list or your favorites, go to Facebook and throw it on there. We love to see it. And a lot of times we talk about it on the air. So you get a little shout out. We have merch, nevernothorror.dashery.com. You can check out some stuff there. If you want to support us outside of the show, youtube.com/Rich Hansel. Check out his channel and all the unboxing action figure goodness. Go to steveclarkbooks.com and you can order signed copies of my books, or you can get links to Amazon and all the good stuff. I'm going to get back into writing. Got some ideas. It's all sitting there. It's just waiting for me to do it. I have titles and covers and things to double my number of books that I have published. I just have to do it. I have to write the book. So I'm gonna get back into it. At least 1 or 2 books next year, but it's coming. So I'm looking forward to the day where I can say I've got a new book coming out. So check that out if you want to support us outside of the show. But it's a little ways out. So come back next week. We're gonna do Dawn of the Dead on a deep dive movie review, and I just told you what it's going to be, so I can't say whatever it is. It's going to be horror, but so come and see us next week where whatever it is, it's never not horror.
Oh, yeah.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.